What is your first money lesson you learned? When was it and from whom?
First money lesson I learnt was, I think I have to say I learnt it from clearly being able to challenge myself. There was this young 19-year-old wanting to say to the family or to prove it to the world that I can be independent. And here I find myself in an expensive university in the US, and I have committed to myself that I will not go back home till I can afford. No, I will not fly back home till I can afford a flight ticket. And that's where I ended up doing 3-4 jobs. I have been working in the library, working in the computer lab, easy jobs to get as an Indian or a migrant in the US.
At least back then. Yeah.
And I think that's the money lesson I learned, that it doesn't come easy. If you've challenged yourself, if you've pushed yourself.
So life taught you more.
Yeah, but then you don't feel like a sacrifice, right? Here I was a 19-year-old and people think, "Arey, you're, living this dream life in the US as a student." And I was working non-stop 70 hours a week because I was studying, working multiple jobs,
so that
working
people
weekends.
Don't know. That people wouldn't
working
know.
weekends, yeah. But you didn't feel like it was a sacrifice because there was something I wanted to achieve.
Yeah, you wanted to do that.
Yeah, and that time also.
Wonderful.
But then also that taught me that money was only a means to an end, right? I was not earning money to spend it on something lavish. I was working hard and earning money because I had set a goal and a target for myself that I will pay for my first trip back home, right? My first flight back home.
Yeah, that was your mission.
And it took me 14 months. I didn't see my family for 14 months. And did I need to? No, I think I came from a nice background, a nice family support where I didn't have to put myself through that. But I didn't see my family or friends. I didn't come back home for 15 months because it took me that long to work my way through the paying for that education and paying for that round trip ticket to come to India.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think this is, you have launched a new fund, Women's Founder Fund, right? So talk us through that little bit. What is it about, and what inspired you to launch this fund, which is specifically for women founders, right?
मार्केटिंग आंसर चाहिए, रियल आंसर चाहिए? नहीं यार, the easiest marketing answer could have been that oh look, we are founder friendly from day zero as GetVantage. That's always been our passion and vision.
We want to support women,
and so we want to support as many out there. But the real answer being that one is I've always been very inspired by women around me. I grew up with a mother, an older sister who was an achiever herself. She broke a lot of stereotypes and boundaries from being a girl in a Gujarati family to breaking into the media industry, becoming an actress, and achieved so much more at an early age. My wife, who's also been always this independent woman, and yet when she became a mother and we had our first child, let all of that go and made a choice to be a hands-on mother and be hands-on with what we call as our most important creation and startup, which is my 5-year-old daughter. So just see the influence I have, from my mother, sister, wife, and daughter. These are women all around me, and I think that's always fascinated that we keep hearing in this day and age that women have to fight for equality. And I want to use this medium to actually share this. I don't think women need to fight for equality because we are not equal. I think women and female are far more superior than us men.
Yeah,
we are the ones fighting for equality. And I say this because I think from an emotional perspective, I have seen these women far, far more stronger.
Resilient,
They are far more balanced in their mental strength, in far more balanced in their ability to play different roles at different times. We men can't do that.
We men can't do that.
When we are doing work, we are just in work, right? We can't flip roles that easily. We can't compartmentalize and play so many different roles. And I have seen growing up all these women around me be such achievers. And I've always seen that even though we came from a family of business, my mother at a very young age, and when I was a kid also, has always been an entrepreneur herself, has built very small businesses in her way.
Wow.
And I think that with the few years of experience building GetVantage, in backing so many founders and so many startups out there, two things became very clear for us. I saw that in a lot of early and emerging brands that we were backing, a lot of them were set up by a woman. A lot of them were started literally from their kitchen tables.
Wow.
Right? And they were in so many different sectors and categories, right? We've backed, over the last 3 years, we would have backed about 500 plus brands and founders. And it was just simple data that showed us that any which ways, 35% plus of them were started by a woman, whether it be a category of children's apparel and new age baby care, to cosmetics, to pet care as well. And we always saw in a lot of scenarios, it was actually that the woman started the brand and then the husband or the partner left his high-paying corporate job to move in. And there are umpteen such examples and stories. So no, this was just very data-driven for us, that as we aspire to continue on this mission to really strongly spread this message that equity is not the only way. Startups or emerging brands and businesses should grow and scale themselves. We only saw that in that journey, a majority of them were anyways being driven by women.
Wow.
So,
That's
the real organic answer is they are the driving force. They are the one building businesses with far more discipline than a lot of other founders we've seen there. So I think it was a no-brainer for us to, just dedicate a corpus of capital that we have to focus on backing a lot more of these women entrepreneurs out there.